So most people might not realize it, but patience when it comes to manifestation, well, it's one of the things you need to master. Because if you're not patient, then it's not going to work for you. And of course, it's working, but the moment that you decide it isn't working, it isn't working. And then, the time into the fall, or, well, yeah, patience really comes, well, looking around the corner, so to speak. Because if you're not patient with yourself, or like okay, this isn't a waiting game. I mean, it might feel like that, but it really isn't. If you come aware, if you become, if you became aware of something, then you'll come across it in 3D physical reality. If you've convinced yourself that that's actually going to happen, so you believe in that it's going to happen. Now, belief is still just awareness, but if you've solidified for yourself that something is going to happen for you, then it will. But you know, we can all, so to speak, manifest, choose, create, whatever. Creation is finished, so choose somebody giving us a cup of coffee, whatever these things, but they don't really do anything for your life, right? I mean, it's all nice and whatever, but I don't even really drink coffee like that, so. But then again, if we're talking about, most people really want big changes in their life, a celebrity SP, or maybe just someone they're having a crush on, and they want to manifest that as being their partner. I mean, it is all possible, but if you're consistently double-minded, then you're not being patient with yourself, because that's actually what you're doing. Then you will not get the desired results, and then from there on you'll be like, well, this doesn't work, and you convince yourself that it didn't work. Helene Hadsell also specified it a lot, like being patient is very important when it comes to this, because you do have a delay of results, and not with everything. I mean, I have it all the time that I think about something, and a person I'm with says the same thing, or it's I'm thinking about something, and then like a movie or a series I'm watching like ends my sentence for me, or a music soundtrack, whatever I'm listening to, that ends my sentence for me while I'm thinking about it. So that's all instantaneous. But the thing is, when it comes to health, or maybe love, or just having a romantic relationship with 1, 2, or maybe 3, 4, I don't know, whatever you desire, you just want to see change. Actually, you want to you just want to experience change. You want to see the 3D physical physical your 3D physical experience. You want to see that conform to what you claim to be true of your life, of your reality, of yourself. And I really understand this. I mean, it's the exact same with this YouTube channel, Of course, I have all these intentions, and I know it's going to happen, but, when you don't get as much views, or, not, things like that, then yes, I, in this case, could start worrying, or could start doubting myself, or this isn't going to work, or this isn't working, I've just been lying to myself, whatever. And if I do that, then right there and then I'd made the choice that actually that is true, and then it will be. But the hard thing is that most of us don't, we don't want to wait. And you're not actually waiting from the real, all that is, the God state, the real you. It's instantaneously done, but that's the thing. If it's instantaneously done in awareness, but you're not seeing it, then, what does it do for you? Like, what doesn't even matter, right? And that's the whole thing. That's the delay of results. You come across everything, the cars, the house, the mansion, whatever you desire. If you stay true to that being true in your reality, you think from it, visualize from it, so to speak. Every time you think about it, you're thinking from it as awareness itself, choosing to think from your desire, thereby that implicates that you do have it actually. I mean, the subconscious mind, so to speak, doesn't know the difference between an imaginal scene or something that's really happening. And by impressing your subconscious mind, by thinking from your awareness, putting your awareness on being, doing, having, whatever you desire, thinking from it, it will be replicated, so to speak, duplicated, whatever. It will be reflected back to you, and as specific as you made it to be. And you do that by putting your awareness on it, thinking from it. But the delay in these results, it's a very tangible, real thing, you know. And most of us, we're not actually, well, we're not trying to deal with that, and I get that. But that's the thing, that the delay results will always be here because, well, I think a good example is still with the polar bear. Like if I put my awareness on right now here, being a big ass polar bear in my room, in my living room right now, and it would instantly, well, appear, spawn, so to speak, then it would attack me and I probably wouldn't be able to finish this video. So then I'd lose my life. Now, would you want that? No, obviously not. Or would I want it? No, I don't want that. But when it comes to maybe a new car or whatever, maybe you want a Ferrari or whatever, a Bentley, maybe just a Mercedes, I don't know. It could be whatever model, whatever price range. That's all up to you to decide. But well, I understand that if you have the desire that, well, you know, maybe in a week, but well, give it like 14 days and then you want to see it, you want to drive it, you want to touch it, you want to, through the five senses, be aware of it. And if it doesn't happen in that time limit, so to speak, then you might give up. You don't believe it, you start doubting yourself, you start doubting the whole law of assumption, the truth, actually, the whole message itself. And that is, you are praying, asking, well, creating or manifesting. Once again, creation is finished, so you're picking and choosing what you are aware of, moment after moment after moment, like in a sequel, time perspective, so to speak, you know, consistently putting your awareness on things. And that's exactly the same thing as, well, manifesting a car or a house. Like Helene Hadsell said, you just select it. Well, think positive, as in, if you're thinking of lovely and good report, then those things will come back to you. Things that you agreed with as being lovely or of good report, positive in this case. So I'd recommend you, well, try to put your focus, your attention on well, things you like, things you love to do, funny movies, funny TV programs or series you're watching, or music, or whatever. It could be anything. Just maybe go to a theater or go to some type of show that you know about and you really like, and it's just going to take your attention off the thing you're trying to manifest, so to speak, trying to, well, that you're choosing to come across in this reality, in 3D physical reality. But I don't know, maybe not enough people specify that. Well, I mean, of course, Neville Goddard did. He said, for example, a child being born, it takes like 9 months. Like a horse being born, 12 months. Well, whatever. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 2 years, whatever. But I understand, and me neither. Nobody's trying to wait 2 years or something, you know. Then it's more like, do I even actually, you know, is it even still worth my desire? Is it even worth to, you know, put my awareness on doing, being, or having that thing if it's going to take such a long time? And I understand that. But it's really paradoxical, since you are putting your life, your power, your awareness, you're quite literally putting the power in that, and you are actually creating the time interval there, right there and then. But there is also a delay of time, since I'm, well, with the polar bear example. So then who is creating what? Well, that's the whole thing. Obviously, you can become aware of, well, it's taking quite long, or all of these things, but you can't stay in that state. That you can't persist in that state, because then you'll be sabotaging yourself, quite literally fooling yourself by being double-minded. So putting your awareness on right now, being, doing, having whatever you desire, and then, well, in a few minutes or hours or days, you're going back, and then you're going back, and you're revising it again, and you're going back. And I mean, this is what you're consistently doing with a whole lot of things. But I suggest, with the thing you want to do, be, or have in your reality, understand that you can actually only look at it from God's perspective, your true self perspective, so the silent observer, pure awareness. And looking at it from that view, so to speak, it's instantly done. But then the paradox, you're also this finite little you and me, who doesn't seem to have any control over anything. Then what can you do? I mean, you've put your awareness on thinking from it. Now, can you do anything else? No, actually you can't. But that's also paradoxical. since we feel like we have to fight or do something, have to make something happen. But you can only, because you are awareness itself, put your awareness on doing it, being it, having it, and that's it. And understand that there is a time delay, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months. I wouldn't make it way longer than that, because then, well, it depends on you. That's the whole thing. But there is a time delay, and I know it's very annoying. I mean, we're almost wired, you know, instant dopamine hits all the time. We're wired to pretty much get instant results, get a feeling, or, well, yeah, instantly get like a reaction or a consequence of what we're doing, what we're looking at, or, you know, kids nowadays, they don't even have a real attention span anymore. Like, and you see it in YouTube videos, like every 2-3 seconds, the camera switches from view, and all these types of colors and everything. It's just to keep the mind engaged, interactive. But it's actually, well, wiring you to be very, very impatient. Because that's the whole thing. If you're impatient with this, then you're going to sabotage yourself. And I get that. But I just want you to understand that yes, there is a time delay, and especially in things that are for you, so to speak, big. So maybe manifesting a big house, or your dream job, or a car or 2 cars, or a celebrity SP, or just your SP, just a relationship. Maybe you've never been in a relationship before, and that's your desire. Well, that's all possible. But just realize and understand that as awareness, the only thing you can do is put your awareness on doing, being, and having it, and then just staying true to that. And as long as it may take, the only thing you can do is that. And yes, of course, after 3 months, if nothing happened, you know you've been in a state, and yeah, of course you can be like, why is this? Isn't it working, or isn't it working, or whatever? But it is. And yes, right there, and then you're also switching to the timeline that it isn't working for you, but you can instantly revise that by once again putting your awareness on being, doing, having whatever you desire, and you will come across it. But yes, it might take a little, well, time, you know. So that's why I made this video. I think it's very important. Like, well, Helene Hadsell also specified, be patient, you know, and you're not waiting. You're not in a state of waiting, but you understand that this buffer has to catch up to, so to speak, what you are aware of right now, and it will. But be patient with it, and so you'll understand that, well, you're not sabotaging yourself. You're not fooling yourself. You're actually just basically understanding that it will show up, so to speak. It already showed up in awareness the first time, and it will do so for a second time in awareness through the 5D physical senses. So just really remind yourself of that, and don't get discouraged or whatever, because then it's maybe in a year you're going to be like, damn, I actually did give up, you know. And what if I would have stayed in the wish fulfilled? And I mean, we're a year, 12 months have passed, you know, the horse has been born, so to speak, and I didn't come across what I wanted because I chose that it isn't working for me. This doesn't work, and that's you doing it, and I'm guilty of that, you know. But I understand more and more that the faster you catch yourself, well, the quicker you're on the road, so to speak, again, on the road to your desire, you know. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Just be patient with yourself. Don't fight with yourself. It's always you versus you in the end. So be patient with yourself. I mean, you know, have love for yourself. Really care about yourself, and, well, yeah, don't fight with yourself. It's a process of reiteration, reminding, and choosing differently. And then sometimes it's hard for us to do so, but that's all up to us to, well, get to understand that it's still us making a choice, and you are doing so ceaselessly. So choose wisely, and that goes for me as well. It goes for all of us. So appreciate you tuning in. I just had to, you know, get this off my chest.